Utah wins 63-9. We're gonna get our post-game show going. This is Bartle's other half. Bartle's gonna run down. He's gonna get to the press conference, type in some video. We'll get to hear from the players and the coaches, and then Bartle will join us, and we'll do a little post-game instant reaction and talk through some things, see some comments from the chat, and then yeah, we'll be doing a space tonight. So got a full post-game show lined up for you, and yeah, just looking forward to it. I'm gonna walk down, get a little closer. I'm as high as I can get up here. Feels good seeing everybody's funneling in. From the top shelf. Not that you wanted to see my mug. I'll turn this back around. Still got spotty service in the stadium. No surprise there. Wi-Fi or not. Yeah, Landman, all those stairs. I run those when I'm in the mood. I actually ran up that tower because I wasn't waiting for the elevator to the top shelf today. So I ran up those stairs, took the space from the stairwell. Oh, you want the sunset? There it is. It's poking through the tower. Chat, how we feeling? How was what are your thoughts? Put some stuff in the chat. We can talk through it. How do we feel about the second half? I agree, D-tier. Lots of teams got upset or looked horrible today. We didn't. We won 63-9. Nitpick whatever you want. 63-9 is really nice. I think Georgia beat Austin Peay by 20. And they're number 14 in the country, allegedly. And Clemson struggling with Troy. USF beating Florida. It feels so good to be back in the stadium. Muss was nice and rocking tonight. Kids will enjoy a nice little victory. Richard's asking what happened with Wilson not being quarterback 2. We kind of started to see some of this come in. That started to sound like what the bird is the word started to be the rumblings we were hearing coming throughout the week, and I think he saw that wide tonight. He just has a really good command of the offense. If I'm thinking about, you're in the middle of a game and something happens where Dampier has to come out, Ficklen's able to play that game much better than Isaac will. So, I think that's a big piece of this. And, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to play that the rest of the year. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah. Patch Russell. I didn't see Logan Fano out there today. I think we gave him a day off. But yeah. I'm with D-tier on this. UNLV will probably be in the college football playoff as the G5 representation. That's the narrative that we need to set. They're a great team. UCLA is just losing to a great team right now. That's really all there is to it. Give me 2 seconds on the text. We're just waiting for Bartle. Bartle's going to pipe in the post-game conference. So we get to see Witt, whatever players and whatnot. I agree, Lewis. It was good that they remembered that the assignments to run up the score and just absolutely beat the snot out of them. Yes, fun to see Nate Johnson get some snaps. Really like the end of game package with Nate. Fun to see him out there. Totally agree with you, Richard. Yeah, Andrew, I haven't got to watch any of that, but seeing Army hanging close with Kansas State's a little interesting, I'd say. What are you watching any of that? I agree, that is an interesting development. That's supposed to be one of our teams. My brother Bartle. That's who I just texted. I don't want to leave. How long do you think they'll let me stay here before they kick me out? You think we can run late night spaces from here? I like that St. Jeezy. Ryan Davis does look like that dude. He made some awesome catches today. There's one over the middle that he climbed the ladder to catch. Kind of bailed Devin out a little bit there. Devin was a little high, but it was good to see. It was good to see him. Good to see him climb the ladder and get that catch. He's dealing with his family. I'm not going to get too close and get in anybody's business. Richie over there had a hell of a game. He's been awesome. DT, there's no way you couldn't pay me enough to rush that field. That would be comedy, though. Although I think at this point I could probably just fit in. Put a microphone on my chest and just try to fit in. I'll just tell them I'm Bartle. You guys would believe it. You guys would buy that. According to the chat sometimes. There's big dog Caleb Lomu. Absolute giant he is. Sounds like something might have happened, so we're not getting the press conference to come through this. But I think that's the plan going forward. That was the play, but we'll improvise. We'll jump in here in a little bit. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Bartle and I looking to break this down right after. second-tier vibes of the stadium. A little slow to start. I think a lot of people were enjoying those tailgates a bit. It was slow to get people to trickle in. I know my friends didn't get to their seats till like halfway through the first quarter. Things really started to come to life as soon as John O'Hall got that. That strip interception, whatever we want to call it, take what's his kind of thing. That's when it got bumping, and then the second half was nice. I think there's a lot of juice when Bird got it. And Bird had the big run. Everybody loved that. There's Coach Vibes.
Hey, it's okay. Yeah, so you want to wait for the concourse.
Can we come down there?
The concourse ain't that bad. Look, guys. You can walk through the concourse. I guess this is where the players come out, so we'll take that as a signal when the players start coming out there. We're just about ready to go. Miss Dallin Bentley. He had that great snag in the end zone from that absolute dime from Devin Dampier. That's a touchdown against FCS opponents, Mountain West opponents, SEC opponents, I don't care. A great throw. Good catch. That's Russell. I agree. John Henry Daly, absolute monster. Absolute monster. He's a problem. And he's ours too. Remember? Almost a BYU guy. Nope. Which tailgate was the best? I did a tour today. Who's the best? No comment. Today I was just soaking it all in, meeting everybody. Got to meet a lot of cool people, very nice people. I spent time at Gamboa's, very welcoming. Mama Juana lives up to the hype. A great tailgate with Gamboa. Went over, checked out the Shasta trailer. That was really cool. Got some video inside their trailer. Kyle Whittingham's actually been inside of that and signed the roof. The ceiling in there. It's cool. Walked through Pig Bus a little bit. Didn't spend too much time there. Plan to, though, at some point. There's a big red school bus that on the other side they had 18 racks of ribs going and a giant smoker. That was really cool. And then Garcia's do it really big at the back of the Guardsman lot. Absolute massive tailgate. Really cool setup. Really nice guy. Got a little quick interview with him, and yeah, some stuff we'll put together and share out on the Blockcast pod. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know I'm not the most entertaining just sitting here by myself. You're used to talking to me and me talking back. But the plan was to have the press conference feed through this, and then Steve and I pick up afterward and do a little instant reaction. So we're just waiting for Steve to wrap up in the press conference, and yeah, we'll be here. Some players are gonna come out, so I'll just chill right here for a second. They're saying if you're not credentialed staff, make your way to the exit. I might have to work on that, huh? I might need like a little lanyard around my neck to feel like somewhat important. It doesn't look like the families are gonna move, so I'll just stay put. A lot of families here to watch their family play. Bobby boy, I think as far as, do you feel that the lack of starters playing is more from level of competition or injuries hurt players? I think there's a fair mix. I think anybody who's got anything that's kind of bothering them, you hold them out of this game. There's no reason to bang your guys up further, get them hurt. So I think it's a mix. It's really hard to know what exactly is Kyle's MO with things, because he doesn't, he holds things close to the chest. So, but we'll try to find the breadcrumbs we can and see what we can hear as far as how the guys are doing. I know Fano didn't play, so what's going on there, stuff like that. See what comes out, if anything at all. I agree, Andrew. It was a really tough day for the Big 12. It looked like it was going to be a good day, too, because we had Iowa State get the W right off the bat. You had Baylor get the W off the bat. It looked like things were shaping up. Things were going to be good. But, man, Oklahoma State looked like an FCS team. I saw somebody tweet out and say, does Montana State have more resources than Oklahoma State in NIL, just because Montana State made a better game? I don't know. That's a mess that I'm glad we're not having those conversations right now. I'll tell you that. I'll hang out here until they want to kick me out, I guess. That's a proud father right there for sure. And a lot of this is new for not just me, but for Bartle as well. Just trying to figure things out, figure out how we're going to want to do the post-game thing. All I know is we want to do more. We want to get you guys involved. That's the whole plan of everything we're trying to do. We're trying to just do more, show you guys more, give you guys more. So we're just figuring things out. First home game of the year, live and doing video stuff, new for both of us. So appreciate everybody just hanging out while we wait to get into it. Feel free to keep the chat coming. I'm trying to make not so much dead air. I'm not a comedian, so I won't try to make any funny jokes, pain you with any of that. So instead, you just get to hear me talk until you ask me questions, and then you get to hear me talk more. And eventually, I'll have somebody to talk to. And then even later, we'll have everybody to talk to in the space. So let me see if I can get us this Salt Lake sunset. Let's see how far they let me walk this way. Chat, favorite play of the game? What do we like? Bobby Boy wants to know, what are my thoughts on Nate Johnson's usage so far? I like it. I think we're getting creative with the way we use him. I want to see him used in a lot of ways. He can be a really dynamic dude. If given the right opportunity, I think we were really trying to get him to bust open a long one. He didn't quite get there, but we were trying. We put that whole drive together for him. I think eventually those wheels are going to take off and see something happen. Here we go. Give you a sunset. I saw that Mokofisi was out, St. Jeezy. I saw that he was out, but being at the game, don't hear much. If anybody heard anything on the broadcast or saw anything, otherwise we'll see. We know Kyle's rule is you're not getting any injury updates unless it's a season-ending injury. And obviously, no update is a good update in that regard. Yes. Cool memorabilia. The best sunset podcast, sports podcast, coming live from Rice Eccles tonight, I promise. Yeah, people waiting for the coaches and players. And I'll walk down there. Free water. We take free water after yelling for 4 quarters. You gotta be a team player and stay hydrated. I'm trying, guys. We were supposed to have, like I said, we were supposed to have the post-game conference, but we're hanging out. I want to talk about favorite plays of the game, moments. I like Wayshawn getting his big one. Not the receiving one, but the one where he just busted a long one up the middle. We figure he's going to get some home run plays. He's going to get some of those nice big chunks. The Ficklin play was really cool, but I'd say maybe, I guess I'm naming all the highlights at this point. I want to see the John O'Hall bit. I want to see that on my television ASAP.
You guys have a good night. He's got a high intro. How are you?
That St. Jeezy Youth, that Bentley touchdown catch was good. Good catch, good pass, perfect placement. Love to see more of that. Somebody was asking about his accuracy in the first half. It's almost like he heard. I thought it was good that we came out in the second half, got a quick touchdown with the starters, just to show that we could, and then we turned around and got all our depth, some valuable reps. Bird's first touchdown run was awesome. Could have went down like 3 times, but decided not to. Just give me a second. I'm just texting with Bardo a little bit, see where he's at, what's going on. Two and 0. Wyoming next week. Scoring 63 points always feels good. I agree with you, Bobby boy. I feel like Devin has done a great job silencing the noise around him as a passer. I think he's made throws. I think you can also take that as he silences the noise around him when he's in the backfield. It's like he's not fazed by any pressure or anything that's going on back there. He's been very good thus far. Very excited to see him against Texas Tech. He's going to be running around back there. They've got some absolute dudes up front, Texas Tech does. So we'll see. So far everything's looked the part. We'll see what keeps coming. Whittingham didn't have a good answer to why we came out flat. That's coach speak. He's not going to say, oh, it's hard to get excited about Cal Poly. But, I mean, there's got to be some of that. You just came off a Cloud 9 victory against UCLA. So, I think head in the clouds a little bit and come out. And, not everything was going to be perfect. I wonder what practice looked like this week. But I don't know. I think overall they came out in the second half. They probably got talked to. Came out in the second half. Executed better. Killed the clock. We could have scored so many more than 63 if we wanted to. We went very run heavy and honestly just wanted to get out of there. But those are my thoughts. All right.
I wish I had a media personality like you, but feel bad.
Bardo.
There we go.
I've been
Sorry.
I've been grinding it out in here, brother.
Hold on. I'm underground. All right, I'll see you up there.
You know where I'm at?
Let me put the AirPods in. Hopefully that helps. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Sort of.
All right. Yeah, I just been
What?
grinding it out, brother. Been grinding it out.
Oh,
We've
shoot.
been talking through it.
You've been talking through it?
I've been talking through it. I think they're sick of me.
Dude, I'm sorry. I meant to stream the press conference through here, but I fudged up. I left my laptop and important equipment to do that. So I apologize to everybody, but that was our plan. Man, what a game. Obviously they started sluggish. 6 penalties, eight infractions total. Just uncharacteristically sluggish and sloppy. And I think personally, I think it's just due to, you know, um, not that you're overlooking an opponent, but like, look, Utah isn't spending all day, every day practicing, prepping for Cal Poly to come out and look this sluggish. You know what I mean? So let's keep that perspective. Like, yes, they were sluggish. Yes, they need to clean things up, but there's bigger, tougher tests ahead for Utah, and that's where the preparation. There's going to be prep time for Texas Tech and Arizona State. Regardless of what coaches tell you, they're absolutely spending time preparing for future opponents. So let's keep that in mind. Let's keep that perspective. I think that played a big role, and maybe Utah came out and wasn't fully engaged with this one, right? Um, it's a learning thing, and it's just a lot. So I don't know. Like, obviously you would like to see him clicking all cylinders every time they're out here, but this is still a young group and all that. But look, they still 63 to 9, whatever it was. So we'll see, man. What's been the general vibe? What's been the feel? I'm curious because I've been busy with the presser.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to touch on scores. There's a moment where I was rooting for 59 to 9 because it would have been funny because you had 56 to 9 and I had 59 to 6. We would have split that difference right there at a 59 to 9. 63 to 9, though, I think we did all right on our predictions.
Yeah.
General consensus, we did a space at the half. A little bit of concern about the secondary. And I think if you zoom out, you saw they actually only had like 7 completions. I think it was just those daggers that were kind of annoying for some of the people getting off the field, where we were able to get off the field against UCLA. We weren't getting off the field against Cal Poly. They technically had 3 scoring drives. They had 3 field goals. I'm about to get ran over by a John Deere tractor. Anyway, they had 3 scoring drives. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I
UCLA scored
think
10
I
points,
think
right?
right. Yep. I think the biggest concern coming out of this game is probably the defensive secondary. They and gave up some easy ones, but also um, we're fortunate that a couple throws were off the mark deep down the field. So I do think that's going to be an area of major emphasis this week in practice, cleaning up kind of the issues in the secondary. But we saw the defensive line control things, get going late in that first half and into the second half. We saw the freshmen come in and continue to play strong up front, which was really encouraging. But yeah, I think the biggest concern coming out of this one is certainly the defensive secondary. Would have liked to seen them clamp down, on these receivers on this Cal Poly offense. But overall, I think we got out of this one healthy. There Kyle Whittingham mentioned that there's a few bumps and bruises, but also noted that the guys that we all took note of that weren't playing today, Logan Fano, Rabbit Evans, Jaron Kump, all of those guys, he mentioned that they were held out just as, mostly just as precaution. So I assume when I hear that sort of stuff, if this were Texas Tech, right? If this were UCLA, we would see those guys on the field. So I think that's the important thing. Utah got out of this game healthy, and and a lot of things to work on. It's nice when you can win 63 to 9 and have things to work on, right? A lot of things to work on. So yeah, we'll see. But obviously, Wyoming's going to be a tougher test on the road, and I think coaches will certainly have the attention of the players this week.
Yeah, 100%. You touched on some of the things that the fans were asking in the chat. They're saying, these players not playing, is that more like they're actually hurt, or is it more of an opponent thing? And I said, I feel like this kind of game where you don't really have to prove too much, you can afford to let guys get rest and not make things get worse. As far as
Yep.
cleaning things up, there were a lot of penalties this week. You said how many? 6?
There were 6 in the first half alone.
In the first half alone.
But
Okay.
yeah, eight infractions. So they had 2 other penalties that weren't accepted because they were penalized twice on 2 different plays. So 8 total infractions that first half. That's too much. That's too many, and got to clean that up in a really big way.
Well, 100%. That's what we take the week to do, right? That's why we play these kind of games,
Yeah.
so we can, make a well-oiled machine. I think a lot of energy went into the UCLA game, and I was talking about how we might have lived on cloud 9 a little bit this week, and overall it's 63 to 9. The last time we scored 63 was Colorado in 2022. I don't know how much further you'd have to go back. We don't. This Kyle Whittingham teams don't score 63 often.
Yeah.
No matter who the opponent.
It's a big deal. And again, like it's Cal Poly, it's FCS. Like you win comfortably because you're supposed to, and you get out of it healthy. That's the big thing, right? You win big, you build some confidence, and I do think they did enough to build confidence moving forward. But also, certain players, certain position groups, will certainly have coaches getting after them, moving forward this week as they get ready for Wyoming. So in a lot of ways, I don't want to say this is like the perfect game, but if you're Kyle Whittingham, you're coming out of this, you're healthy, you won big, you got some good production, and yet you still have you're gonna have the ear and attention of the players because they know probably that they've got to clean some things up. Devin Dampier said as much, that they know the mental issues were a problem today, but he said that they'll get them fixed, they'll get them corrected, and so that'll be the task next week is cleaning things up. I tell you what though, man, how about Bird Ficklin, dude? How about the juice that ball comes off of his hand? I'm fired up for him, man. I talked about him a lot this offseason in terms of just the arm that he's got, the way that the ball comes off his hand. And I think we saw that today with his limited attempts. But man, he made some passes. He put one on the move. I think it was it Dallin Bentley or someone when he was on the move to his left and he put it right on the numbers. Just a really impressive throw. And man, he looks good. He looks really good, and was really impressed with him today. He came in and kept the offense, kept it humming. So really, really, really excited for Ficklin.
Yeah, I would say he was ready to go score 28 points of his own of offense if we weren't just grinding down clock to just get out of here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he looked awesome tonight, and that was another thing he touched on. Like, people were asking, what does this mean for Isaac? And it's like, look, if we're in the middle of a game that we planned for all week, you're in the middle of a game and you got to shift gears and you got to move to Ficklin. You got to move to a new quarterback. Ficklin gives you that continuity. He gives you that continuity, and it'll be interesting to see what it means. Is this something we just wanted to get him out there and get him some experience in the game, or is this something that we're going to see in garbage time down the road?
Yeah, to that point. So PK asked Whittingham straight up, like, is the red shirt, is that factoring into the decision process with Isaac? And Whittingham confirmed, acknowledged that is part of the equation right now is looking to preserve Wilson's red shirt. So, they'll be smart with how they what games they put Wilson in, and I think that's going to be the goal this year is to redshirt him. But look, like this sort of game, it's a great opportunity for Ficklin to get some playing experience. I think there's a lot of belief in him. Um, there's a lot of excitement around him. So to get him these types of opportunities to get out here to make plays in front of this crowd, I think is big. So, regardless of what Ficklin's performance says of that quarterback situation, I think Utah fans can be really fired up and excited about what they've got in Ficklin.
I 100% agree, and it's so big for a kid, true fresh, come in, get that experience. It's not the same level of opponent as you'll be playing when we get into conference play, but these dudes are still a lot faster, a lot more talented than the guys he's playing in Oklahoma high school football. You know what I mean? So to get him out there like that, you love to see
Yep.
it. And yeah, no,
Yep,
I mean, it felt.
100%.
What about Jackson Benny, dude? Just you want to
Dude,
throw
what a
some flowers
stud.
at? Yeah,
Yeah, what a stud, man. To do it both ways, to get that pick six, extend the streak. Got it for me in non-con play. Shout out to Benny. Um, might have to figure out a way to throw him some NIL money. I don't know. Can do that legally, I guess, is through the Utah Blockcast.
we'll pay him to be our
Don't.
friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Not pay for play. I'm not going to pay him for the pick six. I'm going to pay him for his name, image, and likeness to come on our show
Yeah,
and that sort of stuff.
I think.
But yeah, dude. Shout out to Benny, big time performance, and he had two other opportunities. One he should have came down with, the one that down here at the goal line essentially went up and almost came down with it, and then he undercut another route to get a PBU. Man, he is such an impressive athlete to do what he does both ways. Really, really impressive, and um, Whittingham called him the biggest surprise of the year in a positive way for Utah, and it's hard to argue that when you're talking about a former walk on that sort of came out of nowhere. When you go back to his high school, um, he wasn't a big time recruit, wasn't a big time football player, but he joined the program and turned himself into one. So really impressive work from him, and and yeah, just a lot to be excited about with Benny. Oh, I think you're
I'm muted.
muted.
I'm muted. I'm muted. Yeah. And I was
Yep,
saying
it
that
got you again.
Landman. Yeah, I'm gonna get better. Um, Landman said in the halftime space, he's like, we'll give him the Benny of the doubt. Just talking about the secondary as a whole. We kind of all agreed that Benny was the bright spot. Um, Looked a lot better in the second half. Still some little jabs. They have a decent throw game. Um, to be honest, I was kind of impressed by some of their play calling. They had their guys getting open. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, the Cal Poly best FCS team that anybody in this conference has played so far, for sure.
no doubt. Undeniable.
Anybody that says
Undeniable.
otherwise is crazy. That's just crazy
Up in
talk.
the
Did you
night, dude.
you catch some of the stuff that happened today, man? Did you catch any of the Big 12 scores? I know we both were walking the tailgate when
Yeah,
Iowa was going, and Baylor,
yeah.
SMU.
Kansas letting me down. They punted
Man,
fourth and 7, 2:37 left, down 3. They punt. Just a total gut punch move, dude. Just cowardly, man. You got to go for that. They had it. I was hoping they'd pull it off. I predicted that they would win. Iowa State won, right?
yep, Iowa State edged them out by 3, and then after that, everything kind of fell
Baylor,
apart.
yeah, Baylor got the win by 3. Dave Aranda needed that one pretty badly, in my opinion. Um, what else happened in the Big 12 today?
Arizona
How about
State was down
Florida?
7.
Oh
Florida
yeah,
got
Arizona State.
Yeah, South Florida is the best G5 team. Cal Poly is the best FCS team. But we're also kind of
Kansas
starting a
State
narrative.
is down. Kansas State is down 24-21 to Army.
It's just
Mississippi State is up 17-10 on ASU.
so they're coming back.
UNLV, oh man, UCLA, come on.
What's that score at?
UNLV is up 23-3.
Yeah, we're starting
Utah,
we're starting two narratives, brother. We're starting two narratives. These are very important. Okay, one, the game after Utah is real. We broke them,
yep,
and the
yep,
other narrative is UNLV is the best G5 team out there. They overlooked Idaho State for a really tough UCLA team, and they took every page out
yeah.
of our playbook.
There we go.
And
D tier in the comments. See you, brother.
Florida lost. ASU looks bad, but might come back. Iowa State beat Iowa.
Yeah, crazy day. Man, yeah, what a day. Wyoming next week.
Wyoming next week. I'm gonna be watching that one from a birthday party, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
be taking that from a hotel room. I'll have my whole desk and my setup. I'll have an extra monitor. I've got a portable monitor. It's good. I'll have a whole setup, but I'm not gonna be home. Our guy
I
James.
got you.
He's
Oh
throwing me a
yeah,
birthday party. Yeah. Which he
yep.
would probably
Baylor
be
beat
at if we
SMU.
weren't.
Arizona State. Yeah. Well, dude. Sorry it took me a minute to hop in here. Sorry I didn't have the presser streamed in here either. That's a big mistake by me. That's a big mishap. That was the whole plan this week, and I fumbled the bag at the goal line, man. I let us down.
Hey, we still won 63-9. Nothing's gonna change that. I appreciate you for eventually hopping in, not for my sake, but for everybody else's. I think they were getting tired of
Yeah,
me. Um,
yeah,
I started off the stream. I was like, I'm the other Bartle. It's okay. You wouldn't know the difference based on the chat. And then
yeah,
I told them kind of what the game plan was, and then they were like, Bartle's starting to tweet this. Yeah, I was like, we're figuring things out. This is both, not just my first time going
yeah.
live with like the video, but like we're trying to figure it all out exactly how this is gonna
I
work. But yeah,
man, I thought I was logged in on StreamYard here on my phone and thought I'd have easy access and stuff, and just didn't. So that's my bad. That's on me. I will be better. I'll figure it out for Wyoming next week. So yeah, I did. I pulled a Texas. Absolutely, yes. Temu Bartle, yes, it's true. Porter, good to see you, brother. I'm streaming right now. You want to come hop on? Porter Larson, everybody.
let's
Here he
say hi to
comes.
Porter.
I mean, you got it. Come on. We're just streaming. You just got to say what's up. Porter Larson, everyone. Just still taking his time. Tell a guy to hurry up, and he just works at his own pace. Porter, what did you think of the game? Quick thoughts. Priority number one.
That's the priority.
Yep.
Bartle, can you move it a little closer to him? Maybe give him a pod.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be fun. If you guys
Would
didn't
you?
hear that, he said he loved everything today. No issues at all.
I
No, but he
love
said
Porter.
he talked about the creativity today, and seeing that today was a lot of fun. He talked about how Utah's going to continue to build on that sort of stuff and move forward. So really excited to dive into some of the schematics we saw tonight, and we got to see a number of other guys today, right? Nate Johnson with the heavy workload, Hunter Andrews had a bit more work. Tobias Merriweather with a few more passes than he caught last week. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to continue to see. I think we'll see another layer, a few other different guys getting involved, next week. that's one thing Kyle Whittingham talked about. At the end of camp is this offense is going to evolve over time, and I think we saw a little bit of that evolution today. With Nate and Hunter getting involved a little bit more, like they did today.
Yeah, it's fun to just see all the different names. We even went as deep as Otto Tia getting his first catch ever as a tight end, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
I feel like he's gotten just
Fly.
a lot bigger.
Good to see you, brother. Yeah, 100 points, 2 weeks. We'll take it. Yep, we'll take it. No. Yep. One touchdown given up. Yeah, you'll take that.
We're averaging 50 piece. That's nuts. Yeah, I was saying Otto Tia looked like he put on some size. It looks like he's bulked up
Yeah,
since just the spring game.
Yeah, he's bulked up. He's he was hovering around 225, fighting to keep under that, back in spring. And now that he's a tight end, he's up to 235 and he fills out.
Yeah, what
All right,
about
man.
You gonna head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna head up to the press box. So we'll do another one. I think I don't know if we'll do another one like this, but we'll obviously record tomorrow night and recap. But are you going to be doing a space tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll this right into the space, and I'm gonna use the space to take my happy you loving self home. Got the long
Love it.
drive tonight, but get the space going. Obviously we're recording tomorrow for the Monday episode, and then another week, and round we go. And again, sorry for the little technical difficulties tonight. We're figuring it
Yeah,
out,
that's my
but
bad.
we have every intention to bring you guys more and get you guys involved and try to get you as close to everything as you can. So thanks for listening, and Bartle 2-0, 100 points.
2-0, baby. 2-0.